Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Charlie with Mountain Man Digital, back again. I want to talk to you guys for, I don't know, maybe the next 20, 30 minutes about the basics of setting up a WordPress site yourself. So, this is something that really can be quite simple in this day and age. There's not going to be a whole lot holding you back if you're just a regular Joe who wants to install WordPress and build a really nice high quality site, right? There's a lot of details, there's a lot of work to be done, right? But it's totally doable by the average Joe. And so what I'm going to cover today are the exact steps that you can take to get a WordPress website set up for your small business, okay? So one of the easiest places to start, whether or not you've seen this video, right, is right here, okay? And this is wordpress.org, not .com, /support, how to install WordPress. And if you just type into Google how to install WordPress, you can get here. But look for the wordpress.org domain, okay? Because that's the nonprofit organization that manages the WordPress software, run by our Lord and Savior, Matt Mullenweg. So that's the first thing that you want to do is take a look through this. And really, it kind of tells you everything you need to know right here in this first paragraph. WordPress is well known for its ease of installation. Under most circumstances, installing WordPress is a very simple process and takes less than 5 minutes. Many web hosts now offer tools to automatically install WordPress for you. Okay, so if you want to manually install, I'm going to tell you this is beyond the scope of this video, right? Not that it's hard, right? It's literally all on one page right here, okay? If you can follow steps and copy and paste a couple of lines of code, you can install WordPress from scratch, just like the code men of days of yore who rode across the plains on their 386 desktop computers. You too can be one of the fabled few. But for us mere mortals who are just looking to get a website up so you can sell your birdhouses like good old Jerry here, I decided his name's Jerry, you can just use something like bluehost.com. Now, this is deceptive, okay? I actually clicked on through here for the $3.95 a month or $2.95 a month, and let's choose the basic, okay? And then we'll just wickedawesome.testsite.com, which might already be bought because I clicked on it to check this. Oh, no, they decided I was definitely kidding. And we'll fill it out, and we'll head down. Like, all right, so $35.40. That's really not bad. Okay. Now, it does have an SSL for free. Okay, so to be honest, that's really all you need. Now, domain privacy and protection, they're charging you $12 a year to not give away your email, the one you put right here. So you can just put a bunk email, okay? Now, CodeGuard Basic, if you're running this site for your company, you kind of want this. What this is it gives you daily backups. Now, you can download free plugins that do this. You can do it manually yourself, like once a month, just to make sure that your site's fine. But, you know, it's just more stuff to remember, okay? But if you keep, like, the stuff that you probably want, you don't want Bluehost SEO tools, you don't want a mailbox, you don't need site lock security essentials. I'll double check that. This is nice to have, but not necessary, especially if you're backing up, right, and you have an original backup, okay? But it's nice to have. But you can see, right, it went from $35 a year to $123, okay? So just to give you some ideas of, like, what you can really get away with when you're stuck at one of these pages, okay? If you can do a backup yourself, which, once again, if you can read something that's at this level of complexity and figure it out, you can do a backup yourself, okay? Then you don't need any of this. You need an SSL, okay? That's basically like the rules of the game to get on the internet today. Any site that you've gone to today, unless you got one of those warnings on your Google Chrome that said turn back, this site is dangerous, it has SSL. And when you see a site that says that, it's because the SSL certificate is broken or non-existent. All right. So that's the basics of that here, right? Now, Bluehost is just one choice. I also have GoDaddy open here, right? And they'll give you a similar runaround if you do the whole click-through thing. So Bluehost I find is an easy one to understand, especially because they have these more information pages, right? And they're going to have similar names on any of the other hosting choices that you select, right? You need to have hosting, you need to have domain registration, and you need to have an SSL. Those are the 3 mandatory things to sell things on the internet in 2022, okay? That's why these are called extras. So you can do without all of these, just so you know. Now, moving forward. So after you've done all this, you've used your one-click automatic install, or you've been a code savage and done it yourself, both of which aren't that difficult, right? Oh, one last thing I wanted to bring up since I opened this about being a code savage. The only software you'll have to install, even if you're a code savage, is Filezilla. The only other time you might need Filezilla is if you want to host videos on your website, which is very rare in the age of YouTube and Wistia and Vimeo. Almost forgot about Vimeo. Because oftentimes the file transfer host in like a Bluehost or something won't be able to handle a file that big. But other than that, shouldn't need Filezilla either. So we've covered how to install WordPress. We've covered what you really need for hosting and how cheap it can be, but the risks that it opens you up to, right? You don't have any, your email will be public, whatever you put here. Your site will not be backed up unless you manually back it up yourself. And you could be open to malicious spyware attacks if you don't properly secure your website. Okay, and even this I've found has been essentially worthless. You really do need to be managing it actively to make sure you don't get your site hacked. But anyway, so after you do all of this, okay, you will then log into the back end of your site. And I'm actually already pulled up onto the theme page here of my own website just to give you guys an idea, but I'm going to go over here on the left and click on Dashboard as I shake my entire desk. And this is the main thing that you guys are going to see when you log in for the first time. Now, you won't have 50 posts nearly and all this other stuff, but you are going to have this sidebar, right? You are going to have some spots to write a quick draft, okay? And you're also going to have places where you can drop other things, you know, like a Google Analytics box if you log in here enough, the traffic for your blog posts if you do a lot of blogging. This is customizable, right, is the long and the short of it. And one of the first things you're going to do is go down here to Appearance and go to Themes, okay? And you can see here for this we're using the Beestone theme, and we're using what is called Elementor, which is a site builder. And both of these are free, okay? You can get away with a lot for free inside of WordPress if you really don't want to spend anything, if you're really trying to cut it close to the bone. You can also buy a Pro Elementor license, which can be very helpful for building your sites quickly and easily. And you can also buy premium themes, which oftentimes will have their own builders. They'll have very nice preset templates so that you can do this, right? So WordPress is free, but then like Squarespace, where you have to pay so much a month, right? And then you get these themes that are really great. With WordPress, you pay for them here, right? And so one of the ways you can do that, there's multiple, is you click Add New, like I just did there, right? And then you see you get all of the themes that are available for free right through the WordPress theme store. Right, this is right in the back end of your WordPress. So you can take a look. You can search for stuff. Right, I'm a contractor. You can see what they have for contractor themes, you know, and it makes it really simple for you to just pick something and start working with it so you aren't spending forever. Now, you can also find a theme that has a really good tutorial on YouTube, right? So for instance, if I go to YouTube and I type in Beestone theme tutorial, Beestone multi-purpose free WordPress theme, Okay, and you can see here that they give you a quick 6-minute video to show you how to run through the entire theme and how to use it. Okay, and that's a really simple way, because there are way more popular themes. I think X theme is still a really great one. I don't know where you find it nowadays, but I know the WordPress X theme has like a ton of YouTube content around it if you want to develop in that theme, right? There are entire developers who just use the X theme and work off it. I might be a little bit dated right now. I'm not sure if anybody's still using X theme, but it was the hotness a few years ago. We use all our own custom themes at Mountain Man Digital, so I'm not deep in the theme space. But this is the basics of making a site look the way you want it to look. Okay? So let's see. Choosing a theme and then building your site, right? So once you finish all this, for any of you that have talked to me before, seen me work through a site like this, the next step is to step away from this and go into a Google Doc. Okay? Why a Google Doc? I'll show you. So if you look right here, let's just type in home just to get started, and I'll select it. If you look here, you'll notice, for any of you that have programmed in HTML before, where you have like the paragraph, stop paragraph, header, H1, H2, H3 tags that you put on content, you can see here that Google Docs has the same thing. And so not only does it change the size of the text in the document, which, like, woohoo, who cares, but the real winner, right? So this one I made an H1, and then we'll do like about, services, testimonials, whoops, and project gallery. Now, this will be pretty similar for a lot of you guys as you look at it. If I grab all these, turn them into H1s, you see now I have these snap to pages here, okay? And then you can do whatever you want here, right? You can upload images. My goodness, why is this taking forever? There she goes. So we can grab like my Tim Ferriss. Oh, it's not the edited one, but I made a video a little while ago why Tim Ferriss is an SEO wizard, and I like edited a little wizard hat on his head. I love that. I love that thumbnail. It makes me laugh every time I look at it. But you can drop in an image, right? Now it switches to normal text when you enter below it. You type in your text that goes on the site, and you do all your work here, right? Don't worry about like if everything's lined up or anything like that, of course, but don't be walking on a tightrope while you're also trying to balance your checkbook, if that makes sense, right? You don't want to be working in like a brand new environment when you're trying to be creative about your business. So write the stuff, pick the pictures, and all that good stuff before you even go to the website. This is the biggest hack I can tell you. Not only does it allow you to have like a condensed place for all the stuff for your site, but you can send this to a friend and they'll read it quick and get it. Like, yeah, that's exactly like, say this too, man. Don't forget that you're really great at X. Stuff like that. Very, very useful, quick and easy to do with a Google Doc, quick and easy to change with a Google Doc, right? So that's the type of stuff that you want to make sure that you're doing. After all that, you can also then start to use something like SpyFu, okay, and start looking at competitor websites. So if you're a roofer, right, let's do roofer Pittsfield, Mass. Okay, we get Powell and Sons Roofer right here, and they're like paying to get ads sent here, okay? How are they doing? What are they getting for site traffic, right? We can take a look. Woo! Powell and Son just killing it, dude, right? Over 150,000 site hits per month. And they got 59,000 paid keywords, right? So clearly a national company, okay? Don't know why this is taking so long to load. So what I'm going to see here, but you see, 0 organic keywords. But what are they paying for? What's their top winners? Window Nation, garage floor epoxy, right? So you can see they're working for different keywords, and that's interesting. They do everything by the looks of it. So this is a place where you can notice, okay, so these are the 5 words they're going for. There must be money to be made here, right? This is a bad one because they do multiple services. Let's grab my boy Jay Smeagol. This guy I know is a local guy. He has these hilarious billboards where he's constantly talking about his grumpy baby boy who's just the cutest. And you can see here that he's paying for keywords, right? Cheap roofing shingles, kangaroo, and things like that. And let's see, let's go to main overview. There we go. The green line is his organic keywords, right? And he's getting 200 monthly SEO clicks. He's getting a few roofs off of that. What is he ranking for? Smeagol, right? There's no reason why you couldn't try and also rank for Jay Smeagol, right? There's also win a free roof, right? Covered gutters. I think that these are the types of things that if you notice that there's a company making money off of it, add that to your services page over here, okay? Because you offer it, right? If someone really wanted covered gutters and you're a roofer, like you'll go to Home Depot and buy some and install them. It's just the fact that you're offering them that makes you a differentiator, that allows you to compete in these different places, okay? So this is an easy way for you to start to figure out what to go on your site. Now, after you've completed all of this, then go back to your site and install it onto pages, right? So you're going to go, okay, so today after work I'm going to build the home page, right? And you go to pages up here and you click on add new and you make a new page. I already have 45 pages, so I ain't doing it, guys. Sorry, but you get the idea. And then the next day, you go, okay, today I'm going to make the about page, right? And it's so easy now because you're clicking and dragging. You're dropping in the text, you're dropping in the images, and then you're just repicturing it so that it looks good. All right, guys, so I think I've blathered enough about how to set up your first WordPress site. If you found it useful, give it a like, share it around to any other business owners, and I'll see you in the next one.